Where you going? You laying down? Okay. What up, y'all? It's Araneae Storm checking in for the Chiron series. I know I left y'all hanging with that Chiron and Sagittarius. I'm so sorry. So sorry, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this Chiron series, and I'm gonna give myself a little break. Yes, another break. And then I'll come back at y'all. What is it? Yeah, next for August, I think. Yeah, I'll come at y'all back in August, and we can kind of continue the series and go from there. So we're gonna jump right into Chiron and Capricorn, and like I said, finish it off with Chiron and Pisces, and call it a day until August 3rd, where we'll drop the next series. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm just trying to get other things done. You know how it goes. So for those of y'all that's tuning in for the first time, like I said, my name is Araneae Storm, but you could call me Crew. I am your Cosmic Rootwork astrologer specializing in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up. All links below. You follow me on social media. All links below. Y'all already know how this goes, especially if it's not your first time here. Y'all know my spell. Chiron and Capricorn, all right? This is, the first cycle was February 8th, 1951. The second cycle was December 11th, 2001. So to my 2001 babies, this one's for you. So the first thing that we want to talk about first is what is Chiron, and then we'll talk about what is this Capricorn energy, as they kind of go both hand in hand. I feel like my hair's cut off. You want to see my head though. So basically, when we have these two energies playing out together, Chiron is where we talk about the wounded healer. It talks about this wound that we usually experience not only as a child but throughout lifetimes. I think it's a little bit deeper than just being the wounded healer, because it's essentially, healing is something that happens throughout our whole lives, right? It's not just something that we come to and finally is completely finished. We all have a sense of healing that we got to do throughout these lifetimes and these life cycles. So the work is never done, but it's also the ability to be able to see your experience, understand your experience, and then be able to help people that are going through their own Chiron cycles, or Chiron-like cycles, I guess you could say, within their lifetime. I do look at this wound in a sense of, it can be definitely correlated, and I've been saying this in the other videos, of the Kundalini energy. I'm not saying that it is the Kundalini energy, y'all. I'm just saying that it reminds me of some of the traits of the Kundalini in itself. So basically, this idea of that we all have the keys within ourselves to heal. Now, when we talk about Capricorn, right, this is the energy of, Capricorn, Caps, the goat energy. So it could be the opposite of that energy, which is feeling like, they're always bound to fail, in life, and that they'll never really measure up to societal's version in ways of success, when really this is more so, I put status symbol. This is really about what you deem as successful and what you feel like your definition of success truly is. And that cannot be defined by other people. That can only be defined by yourself. So that's what something that Chiron and Capricorn has to understand and learn from itself, right? So wanting to be recognized for your accomplishments, this Chiron can definitely feel, this Chiron generation can definitely feel like they're not being recognized for the work that they've done. So sometimes, most likely, this can definitely be an energy of people feeling like they need to overcompensate for their work, overcompensate for the things that they're into and the things that they do. And do you really need to prove yourself to other people, Chiron and Capricorn? I mean, do you really need to prove yourself to other people? Only you could do what you do like you do. So I think it's more so about keeping that in mind, and once again reiterating, going to the fact that only you not only can prevent forest fires, but only you can define what your definition of success is. At the end of the day, Piriana, point motherfucking blank. All right. So there's that. And then also the need for structure to function. Like this Chiron definitely feels that you basically can't go. I feel like it could play out in two ways. I feel like this could definitely be somebody who doesn't want structure at all, right? They hate feeling like, they hate feeling like this structure or this sense of structure is limiting for them. Or it could be like a loss of control where you're trying to control every single thing in your life, that you leave no room for flow. And I definitely feel like, Cancer does sit on the opposite side of Capricorn. And also, although that Cancer, into a sense, likes this idea, a sense of security, I do feel like because it is water, there's also room for things to kind of flow within a Cancerian's energy and space. More so, it's Capricorn that just loves, Capricorns really do love structure. And I'm not just talking about just Capricorn suns, but people that have heavy Capricorn and Saturnian energy, they prefer structure. They like things to be kind of structured and knowing, and, having that sense of like, okay, this is going to fall like this is going to happen like this. And if it doesn't, then, you know what I mean? That's just the way things kind of work with Chiron and Capricorn for sure. We have the tendency, well, not we, because this is definitely not my Chiron, but the tendency to become depressed. Like I said, because of this idea, sense of loss and control. So they could feel like there's this like heavy cloud over the Chiron and Capricorn generation. When there is this sense of ideal, loss of control. And I feel like in order to really help that energy kind of move through itself, I just feel like it's an idea of being in the present moment. And I know for some people it's like, well, that's easier said than done. But I think doing things to keep you grounded will really help. And just understanding that everything's going to work how it works at the end of the day. Once again, I know it's easier said than done, but, things are definitely going to work how they're going to work at the end of the day. And there's nothing that you could honestly possibly do to change that shit. Like, you just kind of have to roll with it, or be able to, like I said, relinquish that control so you can roll with it. So I put on there, if you can't see it, you don't believe it type energy. So Capricorns, because it's a cardinal earth sign and it's just based in earth, there's this idea with Capricorn feeling like a Chiron and Capricorn person feeling like if they need to be able to see it. It stresses them out if they cannot see it. And you want to definitely see, like I said, what we say, aspects to this house and the house that is in, that this Chiron and Capricorn is in, because it'll tell you how these things are going to play out within your life. But you do have to really allow yourself to like have that, see where Pisces and Sagittarius is in your chart, because there's a need for faith here. It's understanding that, divine law and divine order, and in the terms of the universal law, universal order, that things are always happening the way that as they should, and that you have no control in that. As much as you try to control it, it's like going against the grain. You know what I mean? It's like, rubbing against the hard grain or something like that. Like you can't always possibly be in control of everything at every single point and every single time. I also think with Chiron and Capricorn, I do feel like this is kind of like, I don't want to say the guinea pig generation, because I'm not trying to shade y'all like that. Like, I'm really not trying to shade y'all in that way. I just think that it's easier for y'all to follow suit. It's easier for this generation, and rebellious as we move along in these generations as we are, it's really easy for Chiron and Capricorn to really follow suit. And there's this idea of allowing structure in, almost to the point where it can be pretty suffocating, where you aren't able, like I said, once again, to move. There's this idea, I feel like, of challenging authority only when it suits or benefits, I would say, other people more so than it does yourself. And I don't know, I feel like when you go against the grain, like, I definitely do feel like this is something, a decision based in within you, and not necessarily, I guess, it's following the herd. I guess I could say that. Definitely following the herd in this sense. Just because Saturnian energy, when we talk about rules, laws, and restriction, and the government systems and things like that. That's not to say that Capricorn's Saturnian energy doesn't know how to bend the rules. You feel me? That does not say that they're just so fixed that they would never ever step out of line in that way. Like, it's just the nature of Capricorn is to be that way, but that doesn't mean that that's how it has to necessarily play out. So yeah, that's my little summary of, Chiron and Capricorn. I'm gonna move into Chiron and Aquarius, and we'll finish off, like I said, with Chiron and Pisces. I know I'm playing with my hair, y'all. Y'all know how I do. I can't sit still. I can never sit still. It's hard for me to sit still. I'm a mutable baby. What do you expect me to do? What you doing, mama? All right, we're going to move on to Chiron and Aquarius, and we will come back. All right, deuces.